Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight, that's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Mortgage Group. I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari, and any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar. Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Central Christian High School as we bring you the IndianaSRN All-Star Girls Game here this afternoon. Tonight's game brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Bertner Electric, your licensed and experienced electricians serving Central Indiana. IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sports with a winning degree. Piper Logistics, 3 service, 1 solution. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Great to have you with us here for the 2 All-Star games here at Central Christian High School. Troy Dargowski along with John Lester. It is nice to be back in some basketball mode. I know basketball season's been over, John, for a little while, but today we have boys and girls basketball, a chance to kind of highlight these players that normally aren't going to get seen as much in the postseason as you would with the bigger schools, but now we're going to have this first girls game of the year. Should be a good one.
Yeah, and it's you say basketball season's been over, but go outside, it still feels like basketball season in the state of Indiana today. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. This is the first time I've been participating in the All-Star game, covering the All-Star game. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm anxious to see these players out here play together and see what they bring to the table here today.
Well, and the one thing we really don't know at this stage, there's going to be a couple of new wrinkles in this one here today. Before we get to that, we want to mention real quickly that we noticed that Keith Myers was out there doing the shaking of the hands and getting pictures and all the other stuff. I noticed he got into a couple of the pictures himself. What's that all about?
Yeah, I noticed that, yes, and I noticed you can definitely tell who Keith is if you see the pictures there. And yeah, I'm going to ask him about that when he comes up here later on and say, what's the deal there?
Well, they've separated the 2 teams. Now, the teams have changed a little bit since the original rosters came out, and I know we'll talk more about that as we're going to go here today. We have a couple of players that will not play today, and that could be a little bit of a factor, especially if you think about looking on the purple team side. But it is an all-star game, and it's really, at this stage, more focusing on what they'll be able to do today and what they'll be doing in the future for these 2 teams. I don't know about you, but when you get an all-star game together, you're asking these teams. I think they might have come in a little bit yesterday for a walk-around early this morning, but it's hard to put these teams together and get some continuity in this game.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you're seeing each other for the first time as teammates, so yeah, you're kind of feeling each other out, you know, what are we going to do, what to expect from each other. So yeah, it's going to be a feeling out process here at the beginning of the game, I believe. But as the game goes on, I think they'll get more adjusted and get more comfortable.
Yeah, and that's just it. If you haven't played with somebody in the entire season, I know they played against each other, but boy, it's really, really very difficult to kind of figure out the tendencies and some of the language you're going to use and what type of offense you're going to use, things like that. But I would imagine both coaches said, we're going to run a very simple offense, and we're not going to do much defensively other than maybe play a little man-to-man, but there's one wrinkle. In the second quarter, we understand, if you shoot a 3, it's only worth 1. Now, I'm not sure where that came from, but it'll be interesting to see how that works out.
I'm anxious to see how they play that in the second quarter with that rule in play here, if they go more to the inside or if they're going to continue to just work their game and get a 3-point shot. It's going to be interesting to see that when we get to the second quarter.
Well, we mentioned a little bit ago about the purple team, and they will be without one of the best players we thought we would see today in Gloria Brewer from Indianapolis Homeschool. She was averaging nearly 23 points per game this season, but she is injured, so you take her out of the equation, and purple right now, they don't have very many players there that have scored in double figures. You take a look at them right there. Scoring could be really interesting to see how they're going to put points on the board today.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we're not going to get to see Gloria Brewer. I was actually looking forward to seeing her. But yeah, it's anxious. I'm going to be anxious to see how they run the offense, who's going to try to take over offensively. We'll see how that plays out as this game goes on. But it's going to be interesting to see how they play that.
All right, we're going to come back. We'll talk more about today's matchup. It's the first of 2, the girls' all-star games, and then the all-star game for the boys coming up a little bit later. This is the IndianaSRN all-star game right here on IndianaSRN. Back at Central Christian High School for today's All-Star matchups. Great to have you with us. Purple and orange, and that's how we'll refer to them here today. You know, we talked a little bit about this purple team without Brewer playing here and who's going to step up on the scoring side, but when you look at this orange team, John, Danny Simons is not here today from Greenwood Christian. At least we don't think she's here. She had not checked in as of yet, and she was a player that we thought, boy, I tell you what, they're really going to need her today. But now if she's out and Navia Rodriguez out, that's going to leave a lot of the pressure now on Trinity Forrester, who comes in averaging 12 points per game this year.
Yeah, Trinity Forrester, you would think, is probably going to get a bulk of load offensively, although I've been watching in warm-ups. This Leah Davis looks like she's going to be a force to be on offense, too, because of the way she's been in warm-ups here, the way she's been driving inside the basket. So I'm wondering if we're going to see Leah Davis get some touches offensively here as well for the Orange team.
I'm sure we are going to also keep an eye on Sydney Waldron from Greenwood Christian Academy, 7.5 points per game, 5.1 rebounds. You know, rebounds would be a big key today as well. Neither team has a lot of size, so I'm going to be curious to see how they're going to react on the rebounding side of things, not playing together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as you mentioned, very low size on both of these teams, and that's why I'm going to be interested to see how these two teams play offensively. With the lack of size, are we going to see a lot of inside play offensively? And then, like you said, with the second quarter, I'm real anxious to see that with the three-point shooting. So that's why I'm thinking we might see a lot of inside action offensively due to the size in this game.
You know, as a coach, too, you want to showcase your players in this game here today. That's really the key to this one. If they want to play at the next level, all of these players underclassmen, chance to come back next year. And I would imagine that when you get a chance to play in a game like this, and I know they're going to play a lot of summer basketball too, this is a great lift for them just from a confidence standpoint to play some really good players.
Yeah, this is a great starting point here, and we're getting into AAU season here now too, so you wonder how many of these girls are going to be playing AAU here through the summer months. So yeah, this is a great chance to see these players, like you said, that we don't get to see too often on a regular basis at these smaller schools.
Now, I know we have the boys game coming up a little bit later. I'll be stepping out. You're going to do double duty today, so thank you for doing that as well. You got a lot of very good players, and I've seen these players on the boys' side. For those that are tuned in now, you're going to want to stay around for that one.
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of these players on the boys' team I'm real anxious to see that I saw a few times this year.
Well, you will see them coming up right after this one. If you are in the area, too, you might want to stop by. Between games, understand they're going to have a three-point shooting contest. There's a dunk contest coming up as well, and I can guarantee you, when you look at some of the guys that will be involved in that, DeMonte Ferguson from Bethesda, you've got Christian Woods from Central Christian Academy. Some of these guys are really good athletes. That could be a really nice dunk contest.
Are you going to be participating in the dunk contest?
I would, but I got other things to do.
Okay, well, I was actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I don't want to pull my hammy.
Yeah, I understand.
So we will get ready for the tip-off coming up here in a couple of moments. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back as the All-Star game will tip off in a few moments. Stay right there on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. it's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back here at Central Christian, Troy Darengowski, John Lester, game 1 of 2. The boys' game will follow this one here this afternoon. They will play this game just like they would any other high school game. 3 officials will be with us here in tonight's matchup. One thing that'll be a little bit difficult for us is we won't see numbers on the front. So it's going to take us a little bit of time to see them turn around and see the fouls on. So that's really your job now.
Is that what you're doing that job to me? I'll do what I can for you.
Thank you, yeah. So we'll kind of wait and see. I know they're introducing both teams, and let's go ahead and run down the roster for the purple team. Rhea Garcia is from Indy Homeschool. Annika Lee is from Legacy Christian. Garcia will wear number 5. Lee will wear number 9. Emma Harrison is from Legacy Christian. She wears number 10. Sarah Roscoe from Indy Homeschool, number 1. Julia Showalter from Indy Homeschool, number 3. Holly Woodard is from the Indy Wildcats, number 6. And Denton Taylor is from Purdue Poly. She wears number 2. What'll be interesting about this is she'll be playing against some of her teammates who is now on the orange team, so they try to even things up a little bit from that standpoint.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. You know how your teammates play. Now you're going up against her. That's going to be a little bit of awkward position maybe at first, but they'll get adjusted as the game goes on.
Yeah, I think there might be a little ego involved there. I'm going to try to show them that I can play better, right? Trinity Forrester, from Central Christian on the orange team. Sarah Ludlow from Horizon Christian. By the way, Forrester will wear number 7. Ludlow is number 8. Maya Davis from Heritage Christian wearing number 5. Caitlin Jesse, number 6 from Central Christian. Addie Jolly, number 9 from Greenwood Christian Academy. By the way, Jesse will wear number 6. Jolly, number 9. Sydney Waldron is number 10. She's from Greenwood Christian. Also, Madison Job is from Purdue Poly, number 2. And Leah Davis from Purdue Poly wearing number 1. You'll know Davis because she is a left-hander. And watching her in the warm-ups, very athletic, and she'll certainly be a force from the outside, a really good shooter.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. And I'm going to be anxious to see, like I say, how they play, the purple team plays her, if they're going to try and play her knowing that she's going to try and take over the offense, or if they kind of go. But like we said, I think we're expecting to see basically man-to-man the whole game here today.
All right, here we go. It'll be orange. It's Trinity Forrester will jump things up. Everybody's going to make a last-second adjustment there on the jump ball as well. The tip will be won by the purple, but picked up by the orange. We're underway. The drive down the lane, and missing the first shot of the game, Davis unable to connect there. Here's a 3 from the right wing. That one rims in and out as Brooke Walter can't get it to go. You know, and this might take a little bit of time, too, just to get this thing rolling. And again, we always call it the feeling out process and just trying to learn the offense a little bit, too.
Nice rejection there.
By Holly Woodard.
And actually, I think we're seeing a little bit of zone, it looked like, on both ends very early on.
See how they work this one off the inbound. The orange with the basketball. Drive in the lane, shot no good by Ludlow, and both teams off to a cold start here in our girls all-star matchup. And that'll be our first turnover in and out of the hands of Lee.
Right to Coach Myers.
Well, and he dropped it too. So first turnover of the ball game And I think we got a technical foul called on Coach Myers, and it should be that way. And they threw him out.
And he's out of the game, yes.
Best place for Coach Myers is out there. All right, Orange basketball. And it will be purple in the man-to-man. Shot from the left wing on the way and can't get the bounce. Rebound put back by Davis off the miss from Ludlow. And both teams still looking to get that first point of the ball game. The drive, the shot missed at the other end by Taylor Denton out of Purdue Poly. And as we head the other way, we'll have our first foul of the ball game, and that'll go against the purple team. And they got Julia Brookwalter out of Indianapolis home.
Like you said, Troy, I think they're both feeling each other out right now here in the first minute 15 here.
Yeah, and here's another instance where, again, not only if you haven't played together a lot, you're still getting used to shooting. And these players probably haven't played a ton of basketball since the season ended.
No, not online. They've had one practice maybe together yesterday. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be number 2, Taylor Denton out of Purdue Poly. So the purple gets on the board first. Again, we'll take a break at about the 4-minute mark. As that shot by Davis on the way and good. That'll be a 3-point bucket.
Good by Leah Davis.
So Davis from Heritage able to get on the board. Little screen and roll, and that'll be a turnover there by the purple. That's their second turnover here in the opening period of play. So Orange with the basketball. Shot fake drive, losing it on the way up was Ludlow. The kick out, and we've got an over and back, and that'll be the first turnover by the Orange. So here's the other thing, John, is that you're not really running an offense. It's going to be really complicated. So I think it's a lot of, listen, you just got to keep moving, find the open man, and go from there.
Yeah.
That's a 3 the other way, and coming up with that one is Brookwalter from Indianapolis home. So now they're starting to score a little bit.
Yeah, now the offense is still like they're getting a little more comfortable.
They did call that a 2-point shot, not a 3, so Brookwalter only gets a 2-pointer. And purple quickly back the other way in transition. In the corner, this shot is on the way, missed. As Denton can't get it to go. Ball knocked out of bounds, they're going to stay right here.
I'm saying the slow offensive start kind of feeling each other out, but the defenses have looked pretty good here in the early going.
Tell you what, they would much rather play that man-to-man than try to figure out a zone with new teammates. Here's a 3 the other way. Missed it. Ball loose in the lane. Lee able to get the offensive rebound. Brookwalter moments ago hit a bucket. This one rims in and out. And the rebound pulled down by Forrester from Central Christian. Quickly back the other way, and we've got a foul at the other end of the floor. That'll go against Emma Harrison out of Legacy Christian. Team's second foul, and we're going to go to the free throw line. Ludlow.
Sarah Ludlow.
Tell you what, if you're from Central Christian, you ought to feel really good playing here, right? I
Yeah,
mean, it's your home gym.
Your home, or you have home gym, yeah.
Everything feels right at home there. Free throw good by Ludlow. She's on the board.
She shoots better free throws than Russell Westbrook.
Central Christian has a couple of players here today, including Caitlin Jesse and Trinity Forrester.
I had to laugh at the PA guy just now on these 2 free throws, saying she shoots better free throws than Russell Westbrook.
Most people do.
Yes, that's not hard to do, actually.
Purple All-Star basketball, but they turn it over. Third turnover. They'll quickly push the other way as Davis finds her teammate. Ludlow missing on the way up. You know, I was mentioning how the two teams probably haven't played a ton of basketball since the end of the season. Some could be involved in softball and track and field and other sports that they might be participating in. But now you got to get your lungs back, too, and your legs in the basketball mode.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Nice steal back the other way, and the layup good at the other end by Maya Davis. And we've got a media timeout on the floor. The Orange on top of this one, 7-4. This is the IndianaSRN All-Star Game on IndianaSRN.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
7-4, Orange on top. Keith Myers is he trying to get our attention here?
I think.
Oh, he's doing the media timeout stuff. So we've got an official down on the floor. When we're ready, we don't start until we get a go.
Until we get the call from the coach. That's
big time here. Wow. Looks like our game clock there has gone off the board a little bit. Can I straighten that out for him? Here we go. Look at me move this over. Now this is teamwork.
Nice shot there for a 3.
Julian Brookwalter needs a heat check.
That was Brookwalter on the bucket.
She's got 5 of their 7.
As we head the other way, there's Davis. She has 7. We'll fix that clock cam for you as soon as we can. At least I shoved it back over. Here's a 3 the other way.
Here we go.
Now both teams starting to heat up a little bit. 10-9 your score. Shot's going to be missed by Caitlin Jesse. And there's a takeaway. Second turnover for the Orange. And a layup at the other end by Sarah Roscoe from Indy Home.
I think that was Garcia that hit that previous 3.
Okay, so Garcia back the other way. Rhea getting her first points of the ball game, and here's a 3 again the other way, and that'll be number 3 Brookwalter again. And I have her unofficially for 8 points.
That's what I got. She's got the hot hand here early on.
Ball goes out of bounds. That'll be a turnover by the Orange. That'll be their 3rd. Both teams with 3 turnovers. Both coaches working feverishly to win the ball game here today. I don't think they're quite as stressed as they are during the regular season.
No.
Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Nice drive, layup, good. And there's Sarah Roscoe. She has 4, and it's a 17-9 lead.
It's good for these athletes to get recognized in a game like this with no pressure on you. You're just out here playing your ball game and just having fun out there.
That'll be the 4th turnover by the Purple. Or take that by the Orange, and then the Purple gives it back, so each team now with 4. So now Purple basketball. Brookwalter with 8 points, Roscoe with 4, Garcia with 3. And there is another turnover by the Purple. That'll be number 5. And quickly down the floor, basket good, Maya Davis. She has 9 of their 11.
Yeah, she's got the hot hand right now for the Orange, that's for sure.
Here's a 3 the other way. That's going to be missed. The battle for the rebound goes out of bounds. And it'll go over to the Orange. It was number 1, Davis, who missed that shot. That was Leah Davis from Purdue Poly. Or take that back, number 1, Sarah Roscoe the other way. And back the other way, bucket good, and again it'll be Maya Davis. We'll call that a 2-point basket.
Wow, that was way back there.
17-13. Davis with a rebound, outlet pass, and a turnover. It was intended there for Madison Joe. And bucket good at the other end, and they're right back in it. That'll be Holly Woodard.
Under a minute to go.
Boy, we started out cold, and now everybody's heating up. Oh, we got a foul call there.
Foul on Sarah Roscoe.
That'll go against Sarah Roscoe.
I do like the pink shoes, though, Sarah.
Yeah, if you have pink shoes as our public addresser, The dress announcer said, you got pink shoes, you can play. There's another foul on the purple.
It's going to be a shooting foul this time, I believe.
So we will see Addie Jolly to the line for the first time out of Greenwood Christian Academy. Orange today 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Now make it 2 of 3. The boys all-star game will come up again following this one, but there will be some activities in the middle, as we mentioned. Second free throw is good. You know, this is really a very impressive score here when you consider they went about a minute and a half without scoring.
Yes.
In that first quarter. Nice backdoor cut, but missing the shot for the purple is Roscoe. Little press put on now by the purple.
Numbers.
Another nice pass underneath. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. Put back no by Jolly. The three-er, that's going to be a 2 from the top. That'll be Caitlin Jesse. That's her first 2.
That'll be a final shot of the quarter here.
Last opportunity now for the purple. Three-pointer up and good. That was number 5, Rhea Garcia, her second 3. And we have hit the end of period number 1 after 1. Here's your score. Purple on top of this one, 22-16. This is the Indiana All-Star Game on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
There you see your score, 22-16 after 1. By the way, Julia Brookwalter with 8 points unofficially. Rhea Garcia with 6. On the other side for the orange team, Maya Davis with 11 points. Now here is period number 2. This is a Keith Meyer special where the three-pointer only counts as 1.
So does that mean 2-pointers are only a half?
I think so. It should be.
Exactly.
My only question is, why are you being penalized for shooting a 3? Shouldn't you be rewarded like maybe 4 or 5 points?
5 points for yes.
Anything behind the 3-point line is only worth 1 point.
So I don't know how the officials are going to call this. They're going to raise their hands as a 3, but it won't be. Nice block shot by Madison Jobe. And Jobe will lose her glasses right there. And you know, your glasses aren't going to last very long. I used to have that problem playing basketball.
That's why. Yes, that's the reason why I really never put up a whole lot of points, because my glasses kept coming off my.
There's a turnover by the Orange. That'll be their 5th. I always found guys always wanted to slap you around in the face area too when you had glasses.
Yes, right. Yeah, that's why I had such a hard time, because I can't wear contacts. So that's why I had such a hard. That's what I'm blaming it on anyway.
You should. Shot missed by Denton. That'll be the Orange with their 6th turnover. Nice shot fake, drive, and a blocking foul. We'll go to the free throw line. That's going to put Sarah Roscoe at the line, unless they say it was on the floor, and they will. So now the purple with that 6-point lead off the inbound. At halftime, we'll see the Central Christian cheerleaders performing. Nice drive, bucket good by Roscoe. Unofficially 6. Back to an 8-point lead. I think what you're seeing offensively, John, is you see a step back 3 on the way, no good, is kind of like just a motion offense. It's pass, cut, and just try to keep that offense moving.
And just keep it going at all times. Yes, we're going to get a foul here. But, yes, just keep going at all times and just keep that fast pace that they got going here. after the first minute anyway.
Tell you what, I would take the 22 points after one period of play if I were coaching. My math is correct, it's 88 if you even it out, right?
That'll win you a lot of games.
It will win you a ton of games, yes. Woodard out of the Indianapolis Wildcats program misses the free throw. Change here as you see Addie Jolly coming out for the Orange team and Caitlin Jesse back in from Central Christian. Second free throw is good. Well, each team, there are 4 different players have scored now for the Orange and 5 different players have scored for the Purple. And a foul called on the Purple.
Oh, come on, Daniel. It's an all-star game.
It's the 5th team foul. I think they got Roscoe on the foul, her second. It's like to be an official in this one and just really call it really tight.
Yes, right.
Losing the basketball is Davis. You have Maya Davis, you have Leah Davis playing here today. One from Heritage, the other one from Purdue Poly. And so another turnover there for the Orange.
I was actually wondering, that was one of the things I was wondering how they were actually going to call this game. Were they going to call it tight, or were they just going to kind of let the teams just kind of have at it? Or
Well, knowing I'm sure the officials probably are donating their time in this one, so I'm letting things go.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Block shot, Orange trying to run the other way. Nice move to the inside, got the layup. Nice play there by Madison Joe.
Yeah, nice move there by Joe. A nice little 2-point bucket there, first 2 points of the quarter for the Orange.
Just inside the 3-point line, shot missed there by Garcia. Well, the one thing I do like is that both teams right now that they've gotten rolling, don't feel maybe as much from the nerve standpoint. They're just going out and playing basketball. Nice drive, basket good. Orange putting 2 more on the board. Give that bucket to number 10, Sydney Waldron out of Greenwood Christian. Shot missed. In the ball game there, missing that shot was Denton. And there's another turnover for the Orange.
Nice play from behind there to create that turnover.
Ball go out of bounds. Last touch there by Trinity Forrester. Forrester hasn't gotten going yet. She's, again, a double-digit scorer in the regular season from Central Christian.
Quiet here.
Off the inbound. You know what's funny about that? That's a bucket made by Woodard. Is now everybody that they know that 3-point shot is not going to count. They're all stepping inside the line.
Yeah, they're not seeming to want to take those here in the second quarter.
Usually in the regular season, you see the player look down at the line, see where it is, and do a little step back. Not now.
Not now, no.
And they're cussing Keith Myers because he took all the fun out of it, right?
Does that mean it's going to 3-pointer is going to be worth 5 in the fourth quarter?
It ought to be. There ought to be a change, right? I can just imagine if they did change that later, how many, it's just nothing but threes.
Yeah. You'll see from the logo at half court.
Yeah, exactly. We'll head to the free throw line. You get a good look there at Sydney Waldron. Out of Greenwood Christian High School, and she now has 3. Back to a 6-point lead. Second free throw no good. It'll be Purple with the rebound. That was a nice behind-the-back dribble. Tell you what, Roscoe looking pretty tough right there, but misses the shot. But there's another turnover by the Orange. That'll be number 9. Roscoe, pretty good ball handler, and that'll be a block shot. And able to get it back and unable to put it in is Forrester, I believe, or take that back. That's going to be number 6, excuse me. That is Holly Woodard out of Indy Wildcats. Orange is going to make some wholesale changes. 3 new players back in.
So just like in the NBA.
I think this might have been our first substitutions of this game, I believe.
Well, they did bring, Orange brought 1 player in earlier. Yeah. No need to sub a whole lot.
No.
And get their minutes in during their time, and Orange trying to get into their half-court offense. Bucket good there by Jesse. She has 4.
Put this down to a 4-point game.
We'll be coming up on our media timeout. That shot is missed as Roscoe can't get it to go. Good look there at Maya Davis, who had that great opening period. Shot is missed and it goes out of bounds, and there is the media timeout. Purple on top of this one, 27-23. This is the Indiana All-Star Game right here on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Back once again here at Central Christian High School in the Indiana All-Star Game, the annual All-Star Game. 27-23 your score. Then following this at halftime of this game, before we talk about the boys game, that'll be coming up at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. So if you're in the area and you want to come on out, they're going to have a dunk contest, three-point shooting contest, some of that stuff between the games.
Scores table for their time today.
I know they'll have plenty of time if that second game is not scheduled to tip off until 4 o'clock.
There are, and they're special to us.
Look at me move that. Did you see that?
That was impressive.
That was. I didn't even hardly look. I'm trying to figure out how the thing is moving, how the clock is moving when I'm not touching anything.
Yeah, and we're nowhere near that camera, so that's Casper in the building or something.
Off the inbound, ball knocked out of bounds. I was more impressed that I got it in the box the first time.
That was, yes. And now, like a exact right in the middle. There's another turnover, I guess.
Well, that's number 10 for the Orange. Quickly the other way. Shot missed by Brookwalter. Put back, no. As Denton couldn't get it to go. Corner's falling to the floor there at midcourt. The drive, the shot missed. Block shot out of bounds. Waldron can't get it to go.
A nice play from behind there defensively.
Brookwalter's coming up a little bit gimpy right there after hitting the floor, and we've got a foul off the inbound, and that'll put Maya Davis at the line.
Yeah, she came down a little hard on the floor there at half court. Looks like she's walking it off now.
She's young. She can handle it.
That's right.
It's old guys like you and me that
would be. Man, I tell you, yeah, I'd still be down.
They'd be hauling us out in an ambulance. Free throw good. By the way, no good. Maya Davis had the 11 points in the opening period. She's not scored here in the second.
I think she's only attempted one shot during the second quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, the one thing about all-star games, too, is sometimes you have a tendency to play really unselfishly, and you'll pass up shots. Normally, you would go ahead and take a shot in a game situation, so don't be too surprised if you just try to get your other teammates involved. The one-point attempt by Taylor Denton might be our first of the second quarter.
I don't remember seeing one of them until...
You could really confuse everybody and then say, okay, here's what we're going to do. In the first minute, the three is worth a 1. In the second minute, the three is worth a 2. And then keep going back and forth. You really don't know who's shooting what.
That's
back the other way, missing the shot as Brookwalter hits the floor again. And second time she's hit the hardwood within the last minute.
You know, it'd be an interesting play today. It's like it'd be like if you're in the third minute of the quarter, it'd be worth 3. If you're in the 6th minute of the quarter, it'd be worth 6.
Yeah, I like that. Just keep it moving on up. Back the other way. Bucket good by Jolly. We got a timeout. We'll keep it right here. And remind you, today's game is brought to you in part by Serenity Care Services, an Indiana licensed service agency. They're friendly and an experienced team of caregivers you have been seeking. Contact Angela at 317-900-6202. Serenity Care Services, serving Indianapolis and the 5-county surrounding area.
The giant banner that says concessions.
By the way, the All-Star game will continue following this one. The boys game at around 4 o'clock this afternoon. I know that John will be back. Bill Ludlow will be here for that one. Me being a union employee, I only do 1 game a day.
Is that the rule? You're limited to 1 a day?
Yeah.
Well,
I was really concerned coming in when I met you at the door that there were some changes in the roster, and I really almost thought about walking out.
Well, I understand. Because
I don't work into those conditions.
Yes, we don't get
Here's a drive shot, no good. Unable to bring that shot in was Garcia, and quickly back the other way will be Maya Davis.
I blame Keith Myers for the changes.
I do too.
Yeah.
There's a lot to blame, certainly.
Yes, that's why he gets the big bucks.
Oh, yes, he does. Here is Davis at the line.
I believe it's tied, but the scoreboard has 29-27.
By the way, ladies, speaker game.
But we really are not sure what the points are worth right now.
Yeah.
They're just kind of doing what they want to do. We'll call it 28-27. They got a 30-27 on the board. Little step under there, and ball blocked out of bounds. Roscoe can't get it to go. Give Jolly the block. Jolly out of Greenwood Christian Academy. A little bit of size on Jolly. Nice
move.
Drive, yeah, but missing it will be Roscoe. Waldron. Orange nearly turned it over for the 11th time. There's Davis. A lot of contact. Shot missed. Put back no good. Jolly can't get it to fall.
You're seeing these fast-paced offenses. I don't necessarily know you'd see this in a regular season game. This is just one of those, an all-star game, the offenses kind of pick up a little bit.
It's kind of like a pickup game you and I would play,
Right.
Yeah. Fast-paced. Here's Ludlow. Now that looked like Bill Ludlow right there.
That did, yeah.
We call it Bill Ludlow-esque. 6th turnover by the purple. Here's Davis for 3. And the miss. Roscoe with a rebound. They are fixing the score, I believe. It is 28-27. Listen, don't blame the scorekeeper because, again, we're not sure what points amount to what baskets. Drive inside, and that'll put Woodard at the line.
I was actually wondering if there was a three-pointer in there that I'd made and just, matter of habit, put down 3 points, and it was...
Player of the game will be presented.
Woodard at the line. Now, wait a minute. Keith Myers is going to be naming the player of the game, and yet he's out there eating food and everything else. How does he know who's the player of the game?
He asked for my ID when I walked in the door.
I bet he did, yeah. I'm surprised he didn't charge you admission. Oh, my. Little Chuck right there.
Well, I didn't get my paycheck for the week, so that's why.
That's right. By the way, Roscoe playing a little hockey that time. Here's Davis. Missed the shot, contact underneath. They'll let him play through it. Under a minute remaining now here in the quarter. Foul back the other way. And Davis will go to the line again. 3 of 4 from the line here in the quarter.
She got 14 points. Is that what for my?
She has 14 points. Make it 15.
That ties the ball game up.
And our public address announcer, good at mathematics, tied the game at 29. Second free throw short. Davis able to get it back after the rebound.
Oh, press shown here for the first time.
And it forces the 7th turnover. Davis! So now the Orange, after trailing early in the ball game with the lead. And we'll have a foul the other way, and that will put Brooke Walter at the line.
They get Maya Davis for that foul, I believe.
Brooke Walter to the line.
Davis, I believe, just picked up number 1 as Brooke Walter will go to the free throw line for 2, her first trip to the free throw line. Having a nice ball game. I have it for 9.
Cuts the deficit to 1.
Second free throw by Brooke Walter is good. By the way, they shot the free throw well. They are a perfect 5 of 5 in the quarter. Clock down to its final 8 seconds. Here's a 1 on the way. Long rebound by Waldron. And that's going to end the opening half of play. Tied at 31. Well, it's kind of an all-star game you would expect. You see a little bit of the good, the bad, and the ugly, but bottom line is 31-31 at halftime.
Bottom line is we've solved nothing through the first 16 minutes.
That's right
where we started.
You know, Purple had 22 points in the opening quarter. They finished with 9 in that second quarter, so both offenses not quite as good as they were in the opening period.
Yeah, and both defenses seem to have picked up a little bit there. We saw a little bit of press there in that second quarter that created a couple problems for the Purple team, so anxious to see the second half. This ought to be a good second half coming up.
Yeah, the Orange outscored the Purple in the quarter 15-9 after having a 6-point lead in that opening period of play. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back as we continue right here on IndianaSRN.
What's the number one misconception you think about Freemasonry?
Well, I think most people just think of Freemasonry as some kind of secret society, and you go with some of the rumors out there and so on, and they really don't understand who we are. They don't understand that we are a fraternity of brothers first, and our obligation is to take care of each other and our widows and orphans, etc., within our group. They don't understand what the fraternity part of Freemasonry really is, and that's the misconception that's out there. I think first and foremost of anyone that wants to join Freemasonry, I'd like them to know that it's really not a secret society. You may say it's a society with a secret because we have some handshakes and some passwords that you could easily find down in a library if you get the right book. Freemasonry is more, it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, it's a way of sharing common thoughts and everything with people of all different vocations that really understand of getting together on the level. Whether you're a judge or a police officer or a janitor, you're all on the same level when you're in a Masonic lodge room. And I think that's one of the greatest things, that you can sit with people of all vocations, but you have that certain thing in common, that you're all brothers.
Hey, it's Keith Myers from Indiana Sports Radio Network. Well, thank you that you're watching the game tonight on IndianaSRN. If you would like to know more information about IndianaSRN, send me an email, coach@indianasrn.org. As vice president of this company, we hope that you sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
Fill then when they're done.
Oh, okay.
So.
Horizon Christian! Let's just be crazy, setting fire to the man. The flames got us blowing, so there's no holding back. We are Horizon Christian Lions! Always getting down and champion suppliers. Yeah, we stepping up, we stepping into the spotlight. Yeah, we're holding back, yeah, we in for the long fight. Into the spotlight.
the Central Christian cheerleaders going at halftime, and boy, Keith Myers was thinking about joining them, but then all of a sudden he disappeared. So we're all grateful for that. Halftime score 31-31. Troy Dergowski along with John Lester. And let's go real quickly about the scoring in the first half. We'll start first off with the purple. Everything unofficial here because we really don't know how many of the threes were counted as ones or the ones counted as threes. But here we have it. Garcia was 6. Roscoe was 6. Brooke Walter with 10. This is the purple team. Woodard with 7 and Denton with 2. Again, the purple had 22 points in the opening period of play, 9 in the second. And then on the other side, the orange team, Maya Davis unofficially 17 points. She had 11 of those in the opening period of play. Ludlow finished with 2. Jesse with 4. Jolly with 3. Waldron with 3. And Job with 2. In the first half. Again, those are unofficial, but that's what we have right now, and I'm sure in the history books they'll pay more attention to what they're going to have than we do, but I thought overall you look at the balance of the orange, and they really played much better in that second quarter and really made this a ball game. That's why we're tied at 31.
Yeah, I always like to make the compare like a lot of it. Defense leads to offense, and I think the defense picked up there in the second quarter with that press, caused a few of the turnovers, and I think it led to the better offense, and it led to them coming back and tying this game here at halftime.
Well, one thing the Orange is going to have to do in the second half is cut down on the turnovers. They had 10 turnovers in that first half of play. Some of them were unforced turnovers as well, so if they can take care of the basketball and continue that consistency scoring-wise and keep Maya Davis going, they have a really, really good opportunity to win this game.
Yeah, Maya Davis there, of course, offensively, but there, as you noticed in the second quarter, some other players started to pick up offensively, as Maya Davis, I believe, had 11 in the first quarter. She was down to 6 in the second quarter, and so you had those other players pick up the offense a little bit, and should be a good second half here coming up.
And then, of course, on the other side for the purple team, 7 turnovers in the first half as well. Really nobody in foul trouble at this stage, and Orozco has a couple of fouls for the purple team. Other than that, everybody else in pretty good shape as we get ready for the second half. I want to remind you again, following this contest, if you're in the Indianapolis area and you want to come on down, certainly want to see the halftime, should say the middle of the game ceremonies. We'll have the All-Stars three-point contest, the dunk contest, and then the boys game will get underway at about 4 o'clock. That's an approximate time that game will take place. I'm not sure how many participants they have in the game, between game festivities, but we'll kind of keep an eye on that as well. The officials trying to show how they play defense, and undoubtedly not very well because the one got stood right there at the top of the key.
That's not how I was play defense back in my days, but that's why I'm up here and not down there.
Exactly,
anymore.
yeah. Well, here's the other thing about now this second half. You can look at it 2 different ways, and I've seen a lot of all-star games. I know you have as well. They'll let them play through the third, but when you get to the fourth quarter, that's when you really play to win a game, if you certainly are close.
Yeah, which this game is showing like it's going to be. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. See if the third quarter is a little bit like the first quarter, very easy. And we'll see. Looks like I believe the purple's going to get the ball to start the second half here.
Now, there are no restrictions that we know of scoring-wise in the third quarter. So everybody will get a chance to shoot the 3, and it'll count as a 3. And it's going to be orange basketball, to begin the third. By the way, you mentioned Forrester from Central Christian has not scored. She's going to shoot a 3 and open up.
She heard you.
Yep. She's on the board with her first bucket of the ball game. And that might be the first lead the Orange has had since maybe very early in the ball game.
Very early in the game, yeah, I believe you're right. So I think Purple had it up to 9, I believe, at one time.
There's a blocked shot there by Job. Purple able to get it back, and then Forrester comes away with it. So the Orange now with a, should say, 18-9 run. Three-pointer no good there by Madison Jobe out of Purdue Poly, and then a turnover bucket good by Davis. Purple team now with 8 turnovers, and it's a 5-point lead. I think at one point the Purple had an 8-point lead, so you're talking about a 13-point turnaround. Here's a deep three. Yeah, wow.
That was definitely step 30.
Brooke Walter missed it. Offensive rebound put back good as Denton now with 4.
That should have been worth 5 points if that would have dropped.
Well, I'll tell you what, and I was watching Brooke Walter during halftime. She was shooting that shot.
And made a couple of them.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised she took that one as well. Battle for the rebound, and it'll be Lee. Annika Lee out of Legacy Christian with
By the
the
way, if either team gets
rebound.
100 for the game, you get a free taco, participating Taco Bells.
Shot is going to be missed as Denton can't get it to go. Put back, no. Did I hear free tacos?
If a team gets 100.
Really? Well, let's get 100 here. That's going to be a foul call the other way, and we're going to put Forrester at the line, I believe, for 2.
Yeah, once I heard the word taco, I had to really listen to what he was saying, and then
Kidding. Taco Bell. You know, we used to.
That's some real Mexican food right
That's
there.
the real stuff. Yeah, all that other stuff you see is fake. Free throw missed by Forrester. We used to go to Taco Bell, and when we would eat, when we would leave, we would take a bunch of those hot sauces and take them with us and challenge each other to swallow those things down. You talk about fun time be had by all. We were on our way to go see the Denver Nuggets play basketball. I bet our breath wasn't very good either. Shot on the baseline, no. Rebound, Orange.
You're going to fool somebody with those. Have somebody that doesn't know take one of those peppers from Steak and Shake that's on the table. Have them eat one of those.
Here is Davis for 3. That's the other Davis, Leah Davis. Jump ball, and possession arrow will go in favor of the Purple.
Not necessarily at the high school level, but that's a rule I wish would change for years. On a jump ball, jump the ball. I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I'm not a big fan of the possession arrow.
You know why they do that? Because the officials can't throw it up straight.
Yes.
You know, I have a difficult time throwing it up straight.
I've seen too many teams get penalized by a good defensive play, but you lose the ball in the possession arrow. And
got a foul on the floor. Annika Lee on the shot. So you don't like that possession arrow?
Not a big fan of the possession arrow, no.
So you'd like it to be like the NBA where we jump it up in the circle like we used to?
Ball, yeah.
I think the reason they do that, don't want to do that anymore, is it really slows the pace of the game down. Because you'd have a lot of jump balls, especially in girls' high school basketball, and I'm not sure you'd ever get the game over with.
Yeah. At the high school level, I'm kind of okay with it, but once you get to college, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe they ought to wrestle it out or something.
Well, that would be that would be entertaining too, actually.
You want the ball? Get your best wrestler in here. Free throw good by Woodard. Have her unofficially with 8. I think that what you see in sports today, which has changed so much, is that everybody, they want to come to see the game, but they want it to be really fast. They don't want to spend 2.5 hours there. It's like Major League Baseball, everything they're doing to try to speed up their game.
Well, and I know everybody, since they brought in instant replay, they say that slows the game down, but I'm one of those, if you have the technology, I think you got to get it right, and it's more than, and so.
Well, I don't mind that so much as you see Orange with the basketball, but there are times, ball goes out of bounds, it'll stay with the Orange. There are times in the replay that it takes them forever to get, and that's why we do have a timeout right here. We'll keep it right here. That's why when you see them and the technology they have, and you and I at home see the technology, we see what the play is, but they can't get it right.
Right. And it's one of those, if it takes longer than, say, 2.5 minutes, there's obviously not enough for you to overturn the call.
Yeah.
So, but you see these replays 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Yeah, that takes too long.
Yeah.
I don't mind the replay I just don't like him taking so much of the human element out of it, because you can't do that for the players. If they make a mistake, you don't stop the game. Well, you got to do it again, So why do they do that for the officials?
That's true, yeah. That's what they say big in baseball. It takes the human element out of the game.
Yeah.
And it was more entertaining watching the managers argue with the umpire in baseball.
Exactly.
You don't get to see that much anymore.
Yeah. Well, and I think for the officials, being an official myself, I wouldn't like that to be put on the spot every time there's a tough call, to have them go back. Well, you missed that one, and it goes. I didn't know this, and I know we'll get back to the game itself here, but I didn't know this, but there are betting lines on officials in NCAA and NBA games and such, depending on what they call and how often they call things. So
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that until recently. Trinity Forrester will go to the line.
Trinity Forrester to the line.
Bo Borowski, who's a Big Ten official. We had him on our program a few weeks ago. We were at the Indiana State Fairgrounds, the Big Ten tournament, the Horizon League tournament being played, and he was talking about that they don't release the name of the officials for any of their games until they know that morning, because they don't want the line to change. Second free throw. I had no idea.
Yeah, I thought those would have been. I thought you would have had your assignment like 2 or 3 days prior.
No.
But wow.
Crazy, isn't it?
Well, I know that a lot of those officials usually work 2 conferences, but they want to keep them like in the same geographic, like Big East and ACC or whatever, but so they don't like go West Coast to East Coast, and so
I'm shocked that people keep the kind of records for that. That's a air ball that time by Brookwalter. There's somebody sitting around gauging who calls what, That's only the first turnover by the Orange in the second half. Purple going to push it quickly, and we got a foul on the floor. Roscoe, nice shot fake.
Timeout on the floor.
Well, I'm not sure if this is the
Everybody look.
4-minute under. We're going to take a timeout right here. 38-35, Orange on top. This is the IndianaSRN All-Star Game.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
.38-35, Orange on top. What is impressive about the Orange team here in the second half, they've gotten Trinity Forrester. I think I messed up her name every time. Trinity Forrester with 5 points here in the third, but what may be more impressive is they've only turned it over 1 time.
Yeah, cut down on those turnovers in the second half, playing a lot cleaner so far here in the second half, and it's led to an Orange lead here for the first time since the first quarter.
If you just joined us, the Purple had, I believe, an 8-point lead in the first half. But then they went in a scoring drought, only 9 in the second quarter. They've been outscored in this quarter 7-4. And right now hold a 3-point lead as you see the Purple off the inbound. Brookwalter. And it does count as 3. She has 13. And now the Purple team calling a timeout.
Just say, we don't want to make this like the last 3 minutes of an NCAA game and take 3 hours.
So they wiped off the timeout.
Why do I only see 4 players out there? Okay, no, I'm sorry.
She's down here. Yeah, Forster's hiding on you.
Yeah. Kind of up here at a bad angle. We can't see right.
Drive and the missed shot there by Ludlow. Brooke Walter will find her teammate Roscoe. Yes! 9 now for Roscoe. And now the purple has regained the lead. Here's a 3 the other way as Ludlow can't get it to go. Once again, Brooke Walter. You know, you could tell that when the value of the point in the second quarter was 1, they didn't want anything to do with it. Now they love it.
That's right. Oh.
Shot missed the other way by...
Yeah, I think in that second quarter we see only like 2 3-pointers, I think, total the entire quarters that were shot. Yeah.
Waldron missed it at one end. Roscoe back the other way. Roscoe with 11. So Brooke Walter has 13. Roscoe with 11. Woodard with 9 and 6 by Garcia for the purple. Shot's going to be missed by Madison Jobe. Purple wasting no time. Back the other way. 3 missed by Brooke Walter. And there is Jesse with a rebound. A little collision right there is Forster and Brooke Walter. And now we've got a timeout called for real by the purple team with 2:33 to go. Hey, want to thank the IHSA Foundation. They have a newsletter called The Advocate. If you'd like to get The Advocate, just contact them at ihsaafoundation.org. I want to thank the IHSA Foundation for what they're doing for our student athletes. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. I want to also thank our 3 officials who are participating today.
I think later on this week you're out doing some baseball, I believe, for SRN.
Yeah, Tuesday night we'll be at Guerin. Well, it might rain. Who knows when Indiana might snow.
Yes.
Supposed to be warmer next week, but we have a high school baseball game. Forrester missing the shot. We've already had an opportunity to do a little bit of boys lacrosse. And we'll have more of those games coming up. If you want to see the upcoming baseball schedule, I know we have, I think, 3 games this week of baseball. Check out IndianaSRN.org. Forrester misses the shot, and then Roscoe gets double teamed in the backcourt, and the jump ball will keep it right here.
Yeah, it could be the baseball game you're doing. It's Indiana. It could be 70 degrees and then start the game, and then at the end of the game it could be snowing.
Yeah, aren't we lucky? Yeah. There is Forrester. What makes you kind of upset about that is, John, is that I understand our press area is outside. So if it happens that way, there's a 3.
You can blame me if you want.
Thank you.
I brought it up, but
Garcia now with 9. Ball loose in the backcourt as they scramble for it. It was picked up there by Waldron, and then a foul call.
Who says they don't want to win all-star games?
And we're going to go to the free throw line. This is Garcia once again. First trip to the free throw line for Garcia. You know, we had our lacrosse opening game rained out after 1 quarter of play. Second free throw is good, so we reschedule it. I can't do it the night that we reschedule, but I come back for the next game. It rains again. Basket good. There is Jesse. So I think I'm bad luck. Here's Garcia for 3. She was feeling it. Jesse with a rebound. Boy, if you're going to, looks like they're going to let him play the rest of the way, you better have some armor on here, huh? Ludlow, ball loose on the floor, and
nice save.
Yeah, kept in bounds by Roscoe. Quickly the other way. Here's Garcia, another 3.
Well, it's raining 3s now.
Yes, it is. They know the value of the 3.
Yes.
Ball loose, turnover number 12 now for the Orange. Here is Brookwalter for three. Maybe they thought you can only shoot threes here in the third. Drive, basket, good. Woodard. 11 now by Woodard.
All of a sudden, they've upped this to a 7-point game here.
Yeah, it changed quickly. Orange on the attack the other way. Shot's going to be missed there by Waldron. Ludlow, baseline drive, goes out of bounds. It will stay right here. .9 remaining. That is Forrester, no. Off the rebound, Ludlow knocked out of bounds.
Looked like a lot of arm there, but like you said, I think they're letting them play here.
You're going to earn it now, right?
Yes.
Here is Forrester again. Follows her shot, and then was hammered on the way up, but no whistle.
Following your shot. Boys, you should
See, now I didn't do anything right there. Look, it moved.
Yeah. Yeah, and that camera is a good, 5 feet away from her?
Well, I'm gonna move it back, see what we got going here. I don't think I could do much better than that. Back the other way, and
nice play.
Yep, great hustle by Roscoe.
Roscoe's a spark plug.
There we go. Final seconds of the third as Brookwalter can't get it to go. Put back good. Give that final basket there to Woodard. And we're at the end of three in our girls all-star matchup. Purple on top, 51-42. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
51-42. Purple was down, outscoring the Orange team 20-11 in that quarter. Orange ended up again with just 2 turnovers in the half, but offensively they went cold, and Maya Davis had just 2 points in the quarter. She has 19. Woodard had a nice quarter, 6. She has 13 for the Purple, 11 by Roscoe, 13 by Brookwalter. And back the other way, and the bucket good again by Woodard.
First double-digit lead of the game, I believe.
11-point lead and another turnover there for the Orange. Ooh, nearly a turnover. That was the NBA. You wouldn't call it there either.
Right.
Here's Brookwalter. Three-pointer good. 16 now for Brookwalter from Indianapolis Home School. Ball loose on the floor. 2 straight turnovers now for the Orange. So now all of a sudden the Purple a commanding 14-point lead. And they'll turn it over for the 9th time. Down in numbers and taking it herself and missing was Ludlow. Oop.
About a 1-on-3 there. That was a tough shot.
How about that?
Wow.
Brookwalter is shooting that from midcourt. 2-on-2 the other way. Nice little Euro step there by Waldron to lay it in. And Orange on the board.
Important basket there for the Orange. It'll start to get away from there a little bit.
Well, if they're Purple right now, just give it back to Brookwalter and shoot another 3, and they didn't need to. There he is. Woodard again.
Well, she's gotten hot.
Big second half.
18, I got her.
Yep. Ball goes out of bounds here on the near sideline. It's going to stay Orange basketball. Yeah, how about Holly Woodard, Indianapolis Wildcats with big second half, 11 points. Straightaway three, no good by Maya Davis, and a jump ball. And there is the possession arrow that John doesn't like. See now how quickly they get the ball out of bounds? We'd still be lining up around the circle.
That is true.
Here's a three the other way. Good. It'll be Ludlow, her first basket of the ball game. She had 2 free throws early. Under the 6-minute mark.
The Orange, you have to start getting some defensive stops here. Try and claw your way back in this ball game.
Yeah, they were up in the third quarter, and then all of a sudden Purple went on a nice run. They were hitting everything. Scramble for the loose basketball. Picked up. Turnover Purple, number 10. And a layup at the other end. Ludlow. 5 straight. Timeout here. It'll be a 30-second timeout called by the Orange. Want to remind you today's game brought to you in part by Family Source Insurance. Auto, home, life, or business. Give Pat Cherry a call at 317-884-8046. You can look to Family Source Insurance for all of your insurance needs. 317-884-8046. Well, an 8-5 score here. Purple in the fourth quarter up until Ludlow got going. It looked like it was going to be all Purple, but all of a sudden now it's back to a 10-point lead.
Yeah, see if the Orange has one more run in them. It wasn't quite this margin, but they were down the second quarter, came back to battle up to tie that game at the halftime. So let's see if they got one more run in them here.
We have 4 players in double figures now for the Purple. Holly Woodard with 18, 16 by Brooke Walter. Garcia has 10, and Roscoe with 11.
Everybody okay?
That goes out of bounds on the other side. Maya Davis with 19. And I think she's the only player and is the only player in double figures for the Orange. Nice entry pass. Nice little fake off the shot there by Woodard. Left it short. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay right here. Boys game will come up at about 4. That might be a little bit after 4 if they're going to do a 3-point shooting contest and such. Drive, basket good by Ludlow. 7 in the quarter by Ludlow.
36 steps to the bucket. That's okay.
I think he's on a single-handedly 7.
Oh my, what a shot by Brooke Walter. A foul in the backcourt, I believe, is going to be called against Roscoe. I have her for 3.
There's one thing George Gervin likes. It's a finger roll, Julia Brooke Walter.
I didn't know our PA guy was old enough to know who George Gervin was.
I was thinking that myself when he made a George Gervin reference just now.
Leah Davis unable to hit the shot. But those are the good days of basketball.
Yes.
George Gervin, Julius Irving, David Thompson, who played for the Nuggets out of North Carolina State, Dan Issel. Should I keep going?
The Nuggets, didn't they, back in the 90s, didn't they, weren't the Supersonics, the best team in the West, and didn't Denver, knock them out in the first, weren't they,
yeah, they were the number 8 seed.
Yeah.
That was when Dikembe Mutombo played for them.
No.
Yeah, Sarah Roscoe there for the Purple. Back to a 12-point lead. But I got to go back. Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English. Got a foul call.
Maya Davis to the line.
They were the ones that, even though they weren't the greatest of teams back, they weren't. It's hard to win there because of that altitude factor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they run you to death.
Yeah.
They could score 150 a game, give up 149.
Yes.
There's Maya Davis unofficially with 20. Yeah, they transitioned from the old ABA into the NBA, I think at about 76 or 77. Of course, a lot of people in this building weren't even thought of by at that point. Here's a three. That's off the mark. Woodard a little bit quick on the shot there for the purple, but still with a 11-point lead. On the floor, and looked like that time Waldron wanted a foul call, and we've got our media timeout. An 11-point lead, purple on top. This is the girls' all-star game on IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
(63-52), purple 11-point lead. We're under the halfway mark here in the fourth quarter, so we have seen both teams now go back and forth, and if you're the orange team, you can't be just trading baskets now.
No.
You got to get some stops, and if you're the purple team, no silly shots, right?
Yeah, the offenses have been a little bit quick pace here today, but I'm anxious to see now on the purple, are they going to start to slow it down, use a little bit of clock now with this 11-point lead?
By the way, the purple boys team is getting a pep talk just underneath us. Scramble for the loose basketball, and now you get a pretty good idea as Leah Davis on the floor that they're playing a little more to win now,
yeah,
aren't they?
That's right, yeah.
Quickly pushing it the other way, and a foul call there on Roscoe.
Yeah, orange team picking it up here, playing with a little bit more, I don't want to say desperation, it's not the right word, but urgency, I guess, is the word that I've...
And a turnover there by the orange. That'll be number 15. And it'll go out of bounds. We're going to stay right here. You know, if I'm in an all-star game myself, I'm going to be a little more selfish. There's a nice reverse layup there by Brookwalter. I figure I'm just going to keep shooting it. What do you think?
Hey, sounds good.
It'd be the dark hole, or they call it the black hole, right?
Black hole, yeah.
Turnover orange. That's 2 in a row.
That's 20 points for Brookwalter, do I?
Yes, it is. Yeah. And there's a layup at the other end as the purple. That'll be number 2, which is Denton. She now has 6. Yeah, Brookwalter, she's had some pretty tough shots made here today. My question is, we talked about it earlier, so you see Forrester for 3. Is fatigue now going to be stepping in a little bit here? Because, again, they probably haven't played a lot of basketball lately. At the other end, good job by Brookwalter running the floor.
Yeah, I think you're seeing that with the orange team here. The legs are starting to look a little heavy.
Yeah. By the way, you're right about Brookwalter. 22 points now for Brookwalter. But it might be Woodard who got this purple team going again offensively that got him kind of sparked. Forrester for 3, good.
That Reina Garcia hit a couple of big threes for him as well at opportune times.
18 by Woodard. There's a downtown 3 by Brookwalter. Wow. Well, we mentioned we saw her shooting that earlier, and the difference between shooting and making, that time's a huge make. That might put the dagger in this one. Brookwalter, if she's not the player of the game right now, then we need to talk to Myers and find out what he's doing. And look at her running the floor. That a way to cherry pick.
Wow. 27.
Hey, if you want some easy points, just beat the other team down the floor.
And it's one thing whenever she was making, like we were talking about there at the halftime shoots, but now she's shooting with people on her.
Yeah.
And she still made
Boy, look how quickly this game changed here in the fourth quarter. In the second half, really. The Purple just dominating. 17 turnovers, and back the other way. Brooke Walter can't get that one to go, but then stepping out of bounds here is Leah Davis. So we're talking about 2, 4, 6, 8, 14, 17, 27 points, as you alluded to, for Brooke Walter, as we're under a minute to go. 18 by Woodard. You have 13 by Roscoe, and then 10 points by Garcia. So they had good balanced scoring as Leah Davis can't get it to go. And I think the Orange team has said we've had enough.
Yep. And the shots that Davis was making in the first half, Purple got a little more defensive on her, and the shots weren't quite well. Wow!
So Roscoe hits another 3. She now has 16 points. Just too much firepower in the second half for the Orange team.
They're hitting some long shots here, too.
This game was tied at 31 at halftime. The Orange will just run it out, and Orange is going to lose it here today, as you see Davis, the last shot of the ball game, and that'll do it. Purple, 77. The Orange, 55, and again, Julia Brookwalter, 27 points in the ball game here today, and I'll tell you, give the Purple a lot of credit for what they did here today.
Yeah, definitely, especially in that second half, breaking open a tie game there at halftime, was taken over basically in the second half, especially from Julia Brookwalter there in that second half. That was a mighty impressive second half performance.
They outscored, speaking of the Purple team, they outscored the Orange 46-24 in the second half, 26-13 in the fourth quarter, and there you see Brooke Walter named the most valuable player.
Right choice, I would say, with her second half that she took over there in the second half, basically.
Yeah, she had, 17 in the second half, and she gets the MVP. So, boys game coming up in a few moments. John, good to work with you, sir.
You as well, thank you.
I know you have the boys game coming up in a couple of moments. We'll wrap it up for the girls game. Purple wins at 77-55. Thanks for being with us. This has been the girls All-Star game right here on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
That Orange coach should be fired for what he did in the second half. Guys, want to see you go out there and dunk it. Would you like to see that?
Yes, I would, actually.
Me too. See you guys.
All right.
Thanks again. Appreciate it. Thanks, sir. Be good.